They look at you like, oh yeah, this is some food right here, and his son is going with them. Bro, imagine watching your son in that jail cell get beat right in front of you. What's good, YouTube? What's good, potentials? What's good, sneaky gang? How y'all doing? Hey, hope y'all been sneaking and creeping, staying healthy and wealthy, having motion and flowing like the ocean. If you don't know, but now you need to know. Hit that clear.
Hey, look at me dead in my eyes. I know that you know that a nigga ain't lying. Too much respect. All of my shorty BDs, they know not to try.
80. We back with another what? Another reaction video. We're gonna be reacting to Word on the Street says Boosie's life is in grave danger. Man, I like Boosie. I listened to a little bit of his music. He called out P. Diddy for some, before he went to court and stuff. And I showed it out on my other TikTok account. People were like, damn, bro, what? I know. But here's the thing, man. Let's get right into the clip and stay tuned for what we finna say. We finna say at the end. Because I'm also part of the family. I was just burping because I want to hit my chest. Let's get into the clip now.
Boosie's life is in danger.
How?
Grave danger. This is not clickbait. It's
Hey.
not a joke. Boosie don't have a lot of time left. He has to act fast and act now. So let me explain what's going on. Do y'all remember a few months ago, approximately 2 months ago, when Boosie pled guilty to his federal gun case? Well, it looks like a prison sentence ain't the only thing he has to worry about.
To a little more serious news here. A well-known rapper with a big following on social media could be headed back to prison after he pleaded guilty to a gun charge in federal court today.
Boosie was arrested during a traffic stop here in San Diego 2 years ago. CBS 8's Kelly Hezedal joins us live downtown. Kelly, you were in the courtroom. You also spoke to Boosie. What can you tell us? That's right, and his legal name is Torrance Hatch. Now, a lot of times defendants don't really want to talk to us if they're still going through court proceedings, but he was fine with it. He says he accepts responsibility for what happened, and he's ready to move forward.
I want to put it behind me. I want to get it behind me and get on with my life. You know, it's a lot of things this case has stopped me from doing, traveling all across the world, making. So I just want to get it over with, accept my guilty plea. I'm ready to get over it.
That plea deal might be the worst decision of his life, and might be the reason he loses his life. You see, Boosie is set for sentencing for that plea in about 10 days. He's supposed to be sentenced on the 21st of November.
Jeez.
Now, Boosie pled guilty due to a gun case he caught in San Diego.
What did he do?
So he's getting sentenced to a California state prison.
Ooh.
So Boosie took the plea deal.
Ooh.
However, he still has some unresolved issues in California. And there's going to be people looking for him.
That's the problem. I have a homie that's in Utah, right? And he's from California. I'm not going to name his name and stuff. I have to answer this call later. He told me that the California jails is not something you play with, bro. And I see now why his life is in grave danger. That boy stepped into that jail cell with unsolved problems that he couldn't solve in California. He gonna get beat up. They might try to do him in. Or, and you know what I mean by do him in. Yes, the no P, yes. You all know. Y'all know. But they might do him in. They might end his life. They might even do a stabbing or a beat up on him, bro. So him talking about, yeah, I'm gonna be in plea, do my plea guilty and stuff like that. Cool, but talk about protective custody, my G, because if you don't solve them problems and they find out you're being sentenced in that jail cell, they're going to come for you. They got people that are locked up in there for life. They got people in there, they're doing some time before they come out. They're going to come get you, bruh. Like, they're going to come get you. Like, that's how serious it is. That's why I heard this, I'm like, ooh.
When he goes to prison. The Hoovers have already announced that when Boosie lands in the California state prison, they are on him. So why is Boosie in trouble with the Hoovers? Why is Boosie being looked for by the Hoover? is because of what he did to a Hoover OG called Gumby.
Gumby.
So Boosie and Gumby ran into some issues a few years back when Gumby threw a concert. At the time, Boosie's manager was his brother TK. Now, the OG Hoover gave Boosie brother the bag, right? So Boosie brother gave him a price. Say, yo, Boosie is gonna perform for this. He gave the brother the money they agreed upon. However, when Boosie got to the concert, he refused to perform because he said he didn't get paid yet. The Hoover gave the brother all the money. The brother never showed up. So that led to some conflict where they held Boosie at ransom until he could go on stage and perform.
So Boosie would have never even knew what his brother was up to if his brother didn't never steal from me. On Hoover, he stole from me, and on West Side Hoover, I went to fuck for that mother on my money. It just so happened that his brother didn't come. So I had to deal with Lil Boosie. And just like you see him on the TV, he cocky. Oh, but see, he didn't understand. You're in the building with 200 Hoovers. And I'm Gumby Hoover. Ain't no Boosie badass in here. Gumby badass. Hoover though. So, in his defense on Hoover, he was outnumbered. We in the green room. It's Boosie, it's too big. It's Stunner from Vegas, his bodyguard from Grape Street. And I think like the road manager. Yeah, on Hoover, that's the nigga road manager. I told that nigga in my eyes again, bitch, slap shit on Hoover.
Damn.
It went bad because he's mad at Jay-Z now. I ain't never met Jay-Z before. I'm from Hoover. I'm off Cold in the Fig. Nigga, I don't know none of these people you talking about. But your brother just made me pay $7,500 more out of my budget. I need to holler at Groove. So he doing the whole Boosie shit. And I understand that I approach it. What's up, bro? I'm Gumby out through the concert for you. I don't want to hear all that shit. I need my back end. I don't understand what you talking about back end. I approach him again. Over Boosie, listen. Wait, bro, listen. They said I just got out of prison. I explained my whole situation to him again. He shut me off again. I'm sorry. He shut me, he shut me off again. And, at that point, I kind of like got upset because it was a miscommunication. Like, me and Groove ain't got no issue. I'm looking for the nigga to throw my hoes, and you interfering. And it kind of like...
Lil Boosie himself, bro. The dude is trying to explain to you what the situation is, and you keep running him off. He don't want to help you so you could get the money for the concert to perform. Your brother, you need to go talk to your brother. Your brother owe him money. Bro, you go to jail. See, this is why I tell people, keep your hands clean. Now, the fact that you're going to California State Prison, bro, this Hoover leader or OG that could help you while you do your time could save your life a whole lot. But the fact that you did all this and all that, that means your hands is tied. You gonna get beat, killed, done into in the prison cell, in state federal prison cell. Ain't nobody gonna look out for you. Not your brother that stole from him. Not the Hoover that could have looked out for you. It's over with. You done. You done.
See, I ain't no bitch. I got the whole recording. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna send it a little bit to you, I'm gonna send a little bit to you. Oh, this ain't no bitch. You know what I mean?
Here's the part of the story that gets really confusing. So Boosie went on stage and performed after being pressed by Gumby and 200 Hoovers. He didn't really have much of a choice. Now, apparently, Gumby had to come out of his pocket $7,500 extra because TK never paid Boosie. So Gumby had to pay him, a little, like not the full back end, but a little something just to get him to come on stage and perform so people don't feel scammed. So as far as I know, from that particular telling of the story, him and Boosie's issues should be solved. Boosie performed. If TK owes you $7,500, then that should be a TK and Gumby problem.
Exactly.
The OG Hoover will say that the concert didn't make him any money. He lost $52,000 throwing that concert. So because he lost that much money, he believes that Boosie and TK, which is Boosie's brother, owes him money. Now, at this point, he considers them one and the same. Either is TK paying the debt or is Boosie paying the debt. But one of them got to pay.
He was a real nigga. He was in a bad situation. That's why he went on and fired the bitch Q Hoover that night. He said, book me at Boosie.com. Some real nigga shit. But at the end of the day, on Hoover, though, when
Hey, hold
Put
on, hold on,
road,
hold on,
was
hold
allowed to
on.
leave up out of the
What's up, my G? Hey, man, I'm about to call you later, man. I'm doing a little clip here. I'm doing a clip here, man. I'm about to call you back, man. I'm doing a clip. You know, I have to call back, man. Yeah. Shut up. Shut up. Talk about I ain't got no girl, so I got my phone. I did not disturb. Man.
room. Saying and how that actually played out was that I explained to him after I called his attention that his brother had stole from me, and I showed him the bank account, and I explained to him what happened, and he agreed that he never received that money, and saying that his brother TQ was on some fact, and me and him was gonna do business. So if you see the footage from the concert, me and Lil Boosie went out and did a whole duo. But Gary said, but at the end of the day, our business is still not finished. I lost $52,000 in that concert, and I need my money from TQ, Lil Boosie, what's the nigga name? Blue Contrail, what's the nigga name? Blue Contrail, no, that's the bitch was in the nasty what we used to see in the fucking head. What's the nigga name? That nigga there. I need my bread. I don't give a fuck if you give it to me.
Boosie made him some promises that they would work, they'll do business together in the future. He's sorry for what the brother did, but they will work and they will have their own relationship. It looks like Boosie was just telling him what he wanted to hear so he could make it out that building. Because apparently since Boosie made it out that building, he cut off all communication. They haven't chopped it up. They haven't talked. But Gumby still wants his money. He still wants that $52,000 loss that he took during that concert. And he thinks that Boosie is responsible and on the hook for it. So when when Gumby got the word that Boosie is being sentenced in about 10 days to a California state prison, he's licking his chops. He's sending out the bat signal to all Hoovers in California state prison. You gotta stand on that. You better advocate for the big homie. Boosie is in a world of trouble, man.
Yeah, he is.
One thing you don't want to do is get a debt in jail. And even that's not as bad.
One thing you don't want to do is cause problems against gang members and then go to jail so that they can beat you in jail. That's the one thing you don't want. My homie that from California that in Utah, he told me the whole script of what happened when he went to jail. He don't got no beef with the gang members, but he said the other side that he don't with how they were treating him, and he had to stay quiet. He had to stay quiet, or else they were gonna do him in. Boosie's done. He better ask for protective service. If he does not, he's cooked. He's cooked. They're gonna cook him in there, bro. And bro, this is the thing. If they still want you alive while they torturing you, they're gonna do that. But if they just want to finish you off in jail, they're gonna finish you off. They don't care. You should have thought about this. I really want to know what he did with the gun charge that caused him to go through this process. He was not thinking.
That's going to jail with an already dead. Oh no. You going to jail with a debt already? Man, listen, man. If you last a week, I'll be surprised.
Facts.
Fighting Boosie. Like, I don't have nothing to do with none of that. I don't know if they were supposed to fight. I don't even give a. I got my whole own issue with Boosie on Hoover. Like, y'all already heard about it before on Real Tune on Hoover. I need my hooves on West Side Hoover. It's supposed to be going to the federal penitentiary area where my homeboys is at on Hoover. But they go one way or another. They gonna meet me. They gonna have to speak up for what they supposed to speak up on Hoover. They gotta need my money. TK, TQ, whoever that was in your inbox. What's his name? Oh, the Boosie's brother. I don't give a. I need my money. Talking about slandering you. I don't gotta do none of that. I need my bread. You did some whole bad business. They try to make it seem like, oh, some janky promoter, some other bullshit. No, your brother ran off with my money, Boosie. Boosie, he ran off with my money. Remember that? I'm the nigga that showed you who stole your money. Remember that, Boosie? I need my hooves, bro, on Hoover. I need my hooves. Going to the penitentiary area, you know what I'm saying? The federal penitentiary on Hoover. Somebody gonna ask about my money, I promise you.
Facts.
I promise you, I need my waters, bro. The last thing I heard me and Boosie talking about is, look, bro, get with your people and my people get with yours. We're going to work it out. That was years ago. So I ain't
So
forgot.
he
I did my
lied.
violence. I lost $52,000 in that concert, bro, on Hoover. And on top of that, I showed a real, that Boosie supposed to be a real nigga. I showed Groove, your brother was stealing from me. That's how he learned that his brother was stealing from me. Because it stole from me and I wasn't going for it on Hoover.
Man just told Boosie, my homeboy gonna meet you. And they better get my paper. Oh my. Hey, listen, man. Listen, man. And because it has gone public, there's only two ways this could end. Okay? Only two ways. Boosie either lives long enough to be a mark and a buster, or Boosie just takes the consequences that comes with it, man. But he's in grave danger.
Yeah.
And when I say live to be a buster or take the consequences, if Boosie pays Gumby at this particular point in time, after Gumby has gone online and says, hey, my homeboy's gonna see you in that jail when you get there. If he pays, now Boosie is a buster. Now he got extorted. Now he gave up the paper. Now they dug in his pockets. Now he is scary Mark. That's gonna be the narrative, bro. The minute Gumby comes back and say, hey, the debt has been settled, buster. Paid not to get packed out. Paid to survive in prison. That's damn near worse than PC.
Damn.
And knowing Boosie, he's too prideful. He's not gonna pay this money because he understands the consequences that comes with it, bro. Yo, if you pay this money to Gumby, that bat signal is sent out to all the other inmates. Now, guess what? They know now, hey, all we gotta do is just apply the pressure. He gonna squeal. Right? He gonna cough it up. He gonna give it up. You know, if Boosie does what he does, which is, man, I'm not giving nothing, man. I'm standing on it, bro. All right, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I don't care. It's what's up. It's then it's not gonna.
So there's no way out. There's just no way out. Even if he does give the money, he's gonna be a mark and a buster. But even if he doesn't give the money, he's still gonna get beat up in prison. He's still gonna get it. They're still gonna hand it to him in prison. Even if he pays, they still gonna hand it, bruh. This is like a double-edged sword. You can't do nothing. You getting cut both ways. You should have, bro. You should have, when it was the time, bro. You should have cleaned up your hands. You should have cleaned up your hands, bro. You should have paid right on the spot. You should have said we gonna work with you and really work with him on the spot. Not act like, because here's the problem, bro. Everybody always thinks, oh, I could do this, I'm gonna get away with it. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get away. No, because I told y'all, karma is like, I can't stress this enough. And this is why I say people do not think. They do not think. If I rob the store, I could get away with it. But then next time I rob the store and they catch me, and I tell them I'm gonna work with y'all, just don't call the cops, and I don't work with them, and I do it again, then next time they catch me and I do it again, oh, the cops coming. The cops coming. Because I did not work with them. You're cooked. I'm sorry, Boosie. It was cool knowing you, listening to your music, knowing you by seeing who you is on the internet and as a celebrity and stuff. But you're cooked, my friend. You're cooked both ways. I'm looking at it like, what if he pays the money? But then you got people in jail that's going to go after him because, oh, he giving out money for him to be protected.
And well for him, right? Because I don't care how much influence you think Boosie got. I don't care how much of a street credibility you think Boosie got. I don't care how much fame you think he got, how much lore you think he got. He don't got enough influence in a California state prison to politic against the Hoovers. He just doesn't. He don't got that influence in that pool in California state prison to politic against the Hoovers. If the Hoovers want Boosie head on the swivel, they gonna have it.
Facts.
And if Boosie don't give up that $52,000, they're gonna have his head on the swivel. Boosie, if I'm you, bruh, listen, I'm going to court. I'm saying, Your Honor, I can't go to California State Prison. Now, this might be considered snitching, but you might have to snitch, okay, buddy? Listen, you can't make out the situation unscathed, bruh. You gotta choose your poison, bruh. All right? You're gonna have to do a little bit of snitching here, okay? Walk into that California State Prison and say, Your Honor, okay, the greatest villain to ever hit these California streets. Now, it is no disrespect to the OG Hoover Gumby, but when you watch Gumby interviews, man, you can't tell me that don't remind you of like the villain in a superhero movie. His mannerisms, how he sits down like this, and he on Hoover though. Oh, that's Boosie, but this Gumby on Hoover. Man, Gumby is the most in there right now, bro. You go to court, okay, Boosie, and you say, Your Honor, I can't go to California State Prison. If I go to California State Prison, bro, that's my head. There's already a green light on me, bro, and I can't do it. Okay, I can't, Your Honor. And I'm sure if they do their research and they see, man, the homeboy's gonna be waiting for you on Hoover though, they probably gonna say, yeah, Boosie, you right, man. You can't go to California State Prison, man. Take probation.
Or if not, they're gonna laugh at him and say, "Ha, you going?" Because some people, some judges, they ruthless.
And what makes this even worse too, Boosie don't even reside in California full time. So even if Boosie was a transplant who resided in California, he'll be able to kind of politic or influence his way. But no, Boosie lives in Atlanta. He was only in San Diego for a feature. Like he was like stopping through, doing some type of booking or event. He took a last minute feature, went to the hood, ain't trust them guys, so he had his gun on him. And then this happened. Now, the interviewer kind of tried to talk Gumby off the ledge, saying, hey, man, Boosie, man, he wouldn't steal from you, man. I'm sure it's a misunderstanding, but the OG ain't going for none of that.
I need my money. My money. I need all of that. A whole. You mentioned Boosie going to the federal penitentiary in California. His son going too for that switch. His son got caught in... I heard his son got caught with a switch. But not in California. Nah, wherever they was at. I don't give a... You get caught with a switch, you going to that place. You're there. How do you think he's going to be treated in, like, California? Is it like you have to join a gang or... Because it's the feds, right? I mean, I don't really know how he's going to be treated, but I guarantee you, if they bust them doors open, the first Hoover that I know that know me, that know anything about me, going to be asked about my violence. I can guarantee you that.
When them doors open the first night in California State Prison, the first Hoover is going to be asking Boosie about that violence. Oh, Boosie, it was nice knowing you, buddy.
That's what I said.
It was nice knowing you, buddy, man. Listen, there's a reason why California is known as like the black mark of the industry. It's the reason why California has a big red X on his back. Is because they already is known for taking out a coast favorite rapper, right? Now, the South hasn't really dealt with this for a while now, but the East Coast has been the #1 victims of the West Coast taking out their favorite rappers, man. The East Coast lost Tupac. Tupac was an East Coast rapper. He wasn't no West Coast rapper. Biggie. And then when they finally got a resurgence, a new rap scene in New York, the West Coast dudes took out Pop Smoke, right? Took out the favorite rapper too. They even took out Philadelphia's hottest rapper at the time, P&B Rock. So if the West Coast take out Boosie, I'll be real, man. If the West Coast take out Boosie, bro, that might finally be the straw that break the camel's back. So where now you're going to have different coasts rallying together and say, nah, bro, we got to take out the West Coast, man. Right? We got to take out the Fire Nation, man. If you watch Avatar, you know what I mean, bro. The Fire Nation, nah, bro. They just doing too much at this point, man. Right?
I'm sorry, man. I love the West Coast. I'm born and raised in the West Coast. But you can't come up in the West Coast and do some foul nonsense and expect consequences gonna be sweet. Because it's not gonna be. We on some real over here. And if you're gonna do some nonsense and think things is funny, we gonna hand it to you. That's why, bruh, The West Coast is just real about things, bro. I don't want to get into history, but I might have to tap in a little bit. That's why when it came down to people getting freed and stuff, the East Coast was playing around with people. The West Coast, we said that's not right, and we was giving everybody their freedom. So when you come to the West Coast and you do something that you know is not right, and you try to work with us on something that you know was not right, and we give you the chance, and you screw it up for yourself, there's no takebacks. You did it to yourself. Your brother stole the money. He could have paid it back.
Give me my money.
You knew about it right after they showed you. You said you was going to work it out. You didn't want to work it out. Now you complain about the West Coast doing you dirty. No, you did yourself dirty. It's like, bro, I don't get it. I was listening to Tupac's song. Tupac said, ninjas love to start beef, and then as soon as it comes down, they want us to call peace because they can't handle it. We bring you the real fire, you run away and say, oh, I can't handle it, bruh. Don't talk with your mouth open for the fire, and then when the fire comes, you start acting like you can't handle it. It's just how it is. We bring you the real, you can't take the real. Don't do it if you can't take it. It's like if you're gonna touch your hand on the stove, don't do it because you know it's hot. You do it, you're gonna get burned. So you can't complain about the West Coast trying to handle out on the East Coast people because they're not taking things serious.
Hey, will there ever be a rapper off limits when it comes to the West Coast? Man, y'all let me know, man. If you were Boosie, how would you handle this?
I'll answer that right now since this is the end of the clip. If I was Boosie, right? If I was Boosie, I would have, like, bro, and I'm about to say this because I'm from Nigeria. We do not play with that, right? We do not. And here's the thing. If I was Boosie, I would have. After I finished that stage on the song, I would have paid them. After paying them, right? Then I would have said, you know what? Like cause you have leftover money. Let's not front and say you don't have leftover money. You just didn't want to use it. I would have gave them 100K. 100K. Say, here's your money back. I'm sorry what my brother did. We on good terms. That OG would have respected you heavily because you came out real to him. And after that, boom, boom, boom. You know, anytime you would have gone down maybe in the prison cell and try to do your biddings, they would have protected you. But now that you're in this situation, the only thing I would tell you is what would I tell you, man? Hey, the only thing I would tell you to do, right? You would have to maybe just pay, because you can do so many things to avoid the other inmates. If you just pay the 52 plus another 50 on top, you can ask for protection. You pay 52, another 50 on top, protection. Hopefully you get the protection, right? If you get the protection, then you move around. You move around. That's what I would do if I was Mr. Boosie. I would do that. I would do that. Because if I don't do that, it's a double-edged sword. Either I'm going to get cut from other inmates, or I'm going to really get mishandled from the ones that I really owe. I'm just saying. But potentials. If you're new, subscribe. Sneaker Gang Potentials. Like the video. Comment down below what you think of the video. And yes, share it to whoever. Family, friends, cousins, brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews, uncles and aunties, exes that you had in the past, and exes that we hope that you don't have in the future or the present. Because remember, we pray for success, not failure. But it's your boy, Sneakywesti or Sneakywesti. Now I'll see y'all in the next reaction video. Peace. But yeah, man, Boosie, his life is in danger because if he don't pay, they're gonna cut that boy, do him in, do all types of torturing to him, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Homie told me when he went to jail, he said it's dangerous when you go in there. They don't play. They will do you in. They look at you like, oh yeah, this is some food right here. And his son is going with them? Bro, imagine watching your son in that jail cell get beat right in front of you. And you can't protect him because you got your own problems. Man, that's not it, bro. That's not it.
I've been blowing through the money like it growing trees. I've been fucking on a French bitch, say la vie. I just put them on a jet, now they all Italian. Way I'm dressed until I've been to $1,000. This bitch lie by getting shots, but she's still a stallion. She don't even get the joke, but she still